friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany, and in today's video, we're doing something a little different. Today, we're gonna be talking about working out. We're gonna be talking about how I got started working out, what I currently do. Do I go to a gym? Do I not? Do I do weights? Do I just do cardio? What is my focus? What kind of things do I do? And how did I go from 266 pounds to currently 175 pounds? And yes, with the help of medication, but also with being very diligent with moving my body every single day. And I just want to share with you how I started with massive issues, health issues, how I was able to make it happen. And hopefully I can give you a little bit of inspiration and motivation to make some positive changes in your life or answer questions that you might have. So glad you guys are here. Let's go ahead and get started. Before we go any further in this video though, I wanna go ahead and thank our sponsor for today, Motivate. Funny, I actually am making myself a pre-workout. I just filled my Motivate shaker with water and ice. And my goal after this video, it is 2:55, is to work out. I am going to be using the Motivate Burn. This is their pre-workout. It's really their all-day energy. This is the pina colada flavor. It is literally like drinking a delicious pina colada, like, on the deck of a boat somewhere. But what's great about Burn, like I said, it is a pre-workout. That's what I'm gonna use it for today, is a pre-workout. It's the afternoon. I got a little bit of a workout in this morning, but I really wanna get a good burn because it's Friday and I wanna enjoy some pizza tonight. So I really wanna get a good burn. So I'm gonna put this into my water. But the great thing about Burn is you can use it in the morning for all day energy. You don't have to use it as a pre-workout. Burn is good to help you burn fat. It's good to give you the energy that you need, and it's great for mental clarity. It's incredible. And most days during the school year, definitely haven't been doing it during summer, but most days during the school year, I use it in place of coffee. So you just take one scoop. I'm gonna go ahead and put that into my shaker, get my top and everything in there. Make sure that's closed really well and shake her up real good. I like to shake it up with the ice because I just feel like it gives it a really good consistency. And then I'll sip this, and it's so refreshing and delicious. Oh my God, it smells so good. So good. It tastes like a pina colada. It tastes like a cocktail. It is so very good. Like I mentioned, during the school year, I will use this in place of my coffee in the morning, especially when everybody goes back to school and I don't, and I am gonna get my day started with working out and getting right into work. I will use this in place of my morning coffee because it's 0 calories, and I'm still gonna get the mental clarity and the energy boost that I would from a cup of coffee without having a cup of coffee. But right now I need it for the afternoon, and this is gonna be great to get me through my workout. I also wanted to talk to you about Motivate Greens. 1 scoop of greens offers you your daily dose of fruits and vegetables. It's gonna get you the antioxidants that you need, the alkalizing minerals. They're gonna help balance out your blood sugar. Danny loves these. He has a really hard time eating fruits and vegetables, and so he loves to have greens. He'll have them every single day. Usually he will drink it right before he eats dinner, but you can enjoy this as like an afternoon snack. They're absolutely delicious. This is in the flavor tangerine. So good. I've talked to you guys about Motivate before. I always have a code with Motivate. Tiffany20 gets you 20% off your entire cart. However, right now they are having a bundle and save sale. I talked about this maybe last month, and it's still going on through the rest of August. So I just pulled up their website because I don't want to give you wrong information. So the bundle and save, this is how it works. I'll put a little thing here on the screen so you can see it. If you buy 2 items, you're gonna get 10% off. 3 items is 15% off. 4 items is 20% off. And if you buy 5 or more, you're gonna get 35% off your entire order. So that is and all orders over $65 ship free. So that is a really good discount and a perfect time for you to stock up. We have the busiest part of the year coming up. We are coming into the burn months. It's about to get super crazy. It's hard to stay motivated and stay on your health journey and stay, on track for your goals. And so now's the time to stock up because this is going to help you stay on track. So if you guys have any questions, do not hesitate to let me know. You can put them down in the comment section. Thank you again to Motivate for sponsoring today's video. You're going to see me sipping on this thing while we do this video so that I can get ready for my workout. So let's get into this. I also just want to mention Danny is mowing the lawn. So if you hear it, that's what it is. So let's talk about working out. So I am going to be totally upfront and honest with you. First and foremost, I am not a fan of physical fitness. It has never been something that I've been like, oh man, I just love working out, or I love going to the gym. I really don't. There are certain types of things that I like to do, certain types of body movement that I enjoy. I love to dance, like that's a lot of fun. I really have found a love for Pilates. And I like to ride the bike because I feel like I can still be productive and do things. My ADHD brain just has a really hard time shutting off. So I feel like I can still do stuff, but I'm also getting in a good workout. But with all of that being said, I don't want to send a message that I am some kind of person who enjoys working out, because I don't. But what I do enjoy how I feel afterward, and I do enjoy the benefits I see on the scale and in my clothes and my body. The other thing I'm gonna point out is that I'm about to give you some crazy at-home workouts that I do. Like, nothing is very consistent. I really enjoy just mixing it up. If I am doing one thing for too long, I'm gonna get bored. I'm gonna lose interest. I'm not gonna be interested in it anymore. So my only consistent thing is that I try to move my body every single day. The way that I do it is not always consistent, but doing it every day, I try to be consistent there. If I can't get it in every day, I at least try for 5 or 6 days a week. There's lots of benefits to mixing up your workouts. Obviously, having variety keeps working out interesting, but it's also good to balance out low impact with weight training, strength training, cardio, those types of things. And having variety allows for me to listen to my body, listen to where I'm at in either my feminine cycle, where I'm at with my day, our schedule. We are busy people. So having variety and not being super rigid when it comes to having to do the same thing all the time has so many benefits. Also, if you know me in real life, I'm kind of a go with the flow kind of person. So that's kind of how I roll. And so it only makes sense that that's how I would handle working out. So now we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of this video. And we're gonna talk about all the different ways that I currently work out, okay? And I'm gonna do this in a way where I'm going to share what the actual workout is. And then I'm also going to talk about whether or not I did it when I was heavier. If I did, how did I modify, and what's different now, and what benefits I am seeing in my own body. So hopefully that's helpful, and you can figure out which one you may want to try, what might be a good fit for you. If you're like me, you want to just try them all, like a buffet of exercise options, totally get that. So we're gonna start with the first one, walking. So walking is probably pretty obvious. And I will say that it is not my most favorite type of workout. However, it has been the most consistent type of workout. There are some wonderful benefits to walking, especially if you are an overthinker like I am. There is a lot of benefit to getting outside with some headphones or just quiet nature and becoming one with your mind and like getting those thoughts processed. That is really nice. If you enjoy being outside in nature, going on walks is really nice. And the other thing is that walking can be pretty low impact. Now, with that said, when I first started exercising, when I was 266 pounds, when I started, I had a really hard time walking for a long time and walking like on hard asphalt and things like that. I have arthritis in my feet, which was totally exacerbated by my weight. My doctor told me that for every, my podiatrist said that for every 40 pounds I lose, no, every 10 pounds of weight that I lost, I was going to lose 40 pounds on my feet. And I gotta tell you, It is so true. And walking could be hard. Walking on a treadmill was a big no-no for me. My podiatrist was like, absolutely not. That's going to wreak havoc on your feet and you're not going to be able to fix it. So I used what was called the WalkFit app. I still use that app, and you do pay for it monthly. It does connect to your watch or your Fitbit or Garmin, whatever you might have. Or if you don't have any of those things, you can just keep your phone in your pocket or put your phone in your hand while you're walking, and it will track your steps for the most part. And that was great. They also have like walk-in-place exercises on the WalkFit app. So that is literally what we would do. Danny and I would do the WalkFit app every single night. We would do it right here, watch TV, and I'll put in a clip of what those workouts look like, but it literally is just like using your body like while you're exercising, and you feel kind of silly, but it is what jump-started my weight loss and what actually got the scale moving. And so I will never, ever, ever downplay the importance of walking. It just makes such a huge difference, and you don't need any equipment. You don't even need the WalkFit app, but it was nice to have, and it is nice to have. I still have it. The other thing that they have on there on the WalkFit app is that you can just go for outdoor walks, and it'll tell you like when to pick up your pace and things like that. And that is very, very helpful. If you have a treadmill, you can definitely do walking exercises on the treadmill. Be careful on your feet. Treadmills can be really tough on your feet. So just make sure that your feet are in good condition. You have good shoes. My favorite type of walking, honestly, is first thing in the morning. Danny and I will put on our shoes. I love to use a weighted vest. Definitely not that. I use a weighted vest, a 12-pound weighted vest. I got it on Amazon. I'll link it for you down below. You have to work up to it, but I love using the weighted vest. I put that on, and it just helps me. Our street is a hill. And so, you're going up the hill and you're going down the hill and you're going up the hill, and my heart rate will get up there. But it is a nice way to just kind of get the day started. And then my second favorite time to walk is really late at night. If I need to close my rings or if I need to get some steps in, I love to just go out on a nighttime walk. It's really, really nice. I'll go by myself. I'll go with Danny. Won't wear my headphones at night, so I'm aware, but it is really, really enjoyable. The second exercise I want to talk about is the stationary bike. Now, this is probably the number one most consistent exercise equipment that I use, and I use it literally every single day. I use it every single day. Most days I start my day on the bike. The bike is excellent cardio without, pounding on your joints. So when I was heavier and I needed to burn calories, but I really struggled with being on my feet, the bike was such a lifesaver. It lives in my bedroom. I know lots of people have opinions about that, but it lives in my bedroom. It always has. I could get on that bike and turn on a YouTube video. I could watch a television show with Danny. Now I get on the bike in the morning and I will answer emails, or most recently, I have been trying really, really hard just to read while I'm on the bike. I absolutely love to read. It's just sometimes really hard to find the time. And I used to do audiobooks, but I have found that with the type of books that I'm reading now, that if I listen to an audiobook and it doesn't match what I have in my head, it ruins it. So I don't do that. So I started by rewarding myself by only reading when I was on the bike. And that felt like such an incentive to get on there and stay on there, because that was the only time I was going to get to read. But now I really enjoy getting on the bike. I use it, like I said, most mornings. That's how I start my day. It gets my rings going. I will close my exercise ring, first thing in the morning by getting 20 minutes on the bike. And now I've been using it trying to increase the resistance so that I'm actually getting like a good leg workout. And if you have some type of like exercise watch, you can see what zone you're in based on your heart rate and like how hard you're exerting yourself. And it'll tell you like what zone you're in. And I try really hard to like get up into higher zones so that I'm burning more calories and, getting a better workout. So like I said, I ride that bike every single day. And then at the end of the day, day, if I am close to finishing my rings. Last night, I had about 50 calories I needed to burn before I closed all 3 rings. So I just hopped on the bike for like 15 minutes before I took my nighttime shower, and it was perfect. Now, the bike that I have, I'll link it for you down below. It is incredibly affordable. It's under $150 on Amazon. It has no bells and whistles whatsoever. But I wasn't looking for that. But there are plenty of bikes out there, you know, the big named bikes that offer you all kinds of different workout programs that have beautiful screens where you can, you know, travel the world on your bike. There's lots of those things, but I don't do any of those things, really, honestly. It's just for me moving my body, getting in a good sweat. I can have my laptop or my phone or Toxic Tammy, my Kindle, and I feel really good about the calorie burn that I am getting in. And I have been able to use that the same way, whether I was 266 pounds or my current weight. It was never hard on my body, and I was able to, it's the only thing I've been able to do consistently every single day. And I truly do feel like it's been a very instrumental tool in meeting my weight loss goals. So the next machine I want to talk about is the rowing machine. This is a hydro rower. I've talked to you guys about this before. The wonderful thing about a rower is you're going to get full body benefits in a short period of time. So if you don't have a lot of time and you want to get the biggest bang for your buck, using the rowing machine is a great way to do that. The great thing about the rowing machine is that it has, like I said, the bells and whistles that include, you know, actual workouts where you have a coach that's telling you what to do. You can do interval training, you can do long distance, you can, you know, if you're focusing on your endurance or working on your cardio, you know what I mean, then you can be on there for a longer period of time. It's really, really nice. Everybody in my house loves to use that machine. That's probably the thing I use the least, just because it's heavy and it lives at the top of our stairs. And we call it the whale because that's what it looks like, but it lives at the top of our stairs and we pull it out into the living room every time we want to use it until we get our gym done in the basement. I just don't like going to the basement, but, and it's incredibly heavy. So we have not moved it down there, but one day we will. We're just gonna have to have some help to do that. But it lives at the top of the stairs. I bring it out, we row. It's really great. Everybody loves to use it. You do not have to know what you're doing to use that machine. It does teach you how to do it. There is a very specific technique when you're rowing, but it teaches you how to use it and like what to do. And if you're not using it right, you're gonna feel it. You're either gonna feel it in your back or you're gonna feel like you're not getting any workout at all. And that's the thing. Like if you're not using it right, it will like correct itself. Probably my most recent favorite, it's most recent, but also my favorite type of workout has definitely got to be Pilates. I love Pilates, and maybe it's the dancer in me. Maybe it takes me back to, you know, my life as a dancer when I was younger, but I just really love how like long and lean and elegant I feel when I'm done with this exercise. I feel like I am getting a massive workout. My legs and arms are shaking. Everything is burning. I'm dripping sweat, but I also just feel so like strong when I'm done with it. I use the Better Me Pilates. Better Me is an app, and I purchased their at-home Pilates kit through Better Me. So it came with lots of different tools that, you know, you use, and I don't even have to think about what I'm doing. I just get on there and onto the app, and it tells me what exercises to do. You know what I mean? Like it'll be a 20-minute lower body or whatever. I usually start with 20 to 30 minutes on the bike, and then I will do the Pilates after that. But it is wonderful. I absolutely love it. I feel like I have seen the biggest change in my body doing Pilates. I feel like my core is stronger, even though I do suffer from diastasis recti. That is the separation of your abdominal muscles. And it is something that I am going to have surgically repaired. But because of that, it is hard for me to have very good core strength. It's just, they're ruined. My abs are ruined from having so many children. I love them all, and it was totally worth it. But that's all. I'm just letting you know that's why I have that. But I feel like Pilates overall has just made such a huge impact on my strength, on my posture. I always have felt like I've had good posture, but I feel like it's extra good since I've been doing the Pilates again. And like I said, I feel like I've seen the biggest bang for my buck. I feel like when the scale was not moving, I was still seeing a massive change in the way my clothes fit and the way that my body looked. And I truly do feel like that is because of the Pilates. It's such a great workout. It elongates your muscles. It gives you that feminine strength that I'm looking for without like bulking up. And it is very relaxing to do, even though you're sweating, and some of them are so incredibly hard. But I really, really enjoy it. And I like that the Better Me app, the exercises, the workouts are usually 15 to 20 minutes. Like that's great for me. Anything more than that, I'm gonna lose my interest. Keeps me in that hour, of working out a day, and I really enjoy it. The next one that I'm gonna talk about is a little different. It's something that I have recently added to my workout routine, if you will. And that is pelvic floor exercises. So I use this app, I just pulled it up, called Organic Fit. And the program that I have is called Libido and Pelvic Pilates. And I will tell you that the first time that I did it, I was like, this is fun. And I can see why it's titled what it's titled and how it helps the libido. And it was fun, but I was like, if anybody can see me right now, I feel like they're gonna be like, what is that woman doing? Because it's definitely like a little more on the risque side when it comes to exercising, which I am here for. Like I will tell you right now, I'm the first one that's like, let's go take a pole class. You know what I mean? Like I am all in for that. And I that's why I chose it. I wanted the benefits that came with it. So I'm just looking at it, but the reason I started adding in the pelvic Pilates is because I wanted to increase the strength and stability of my pelvic floor. So if you don't know what that is, those are the muscles that are at the bottom of your pelvis, and they support all of the things that come with a woman, being a woman, and they also support your core, your back, your posture, and just like your overall stability. And having so many children, my pelvic floor has gotten weak over the years. And I just felt like I am in a position now where I can feel empowered to strengthen all parts of my body. And why not give it a try? And this app kept showing up in my Instagram feed. And so finally one day I was like, I'm just gonna try it. And let's just see. And I gotta be honest with you, it is probably one of the most fun workouts that I've done. It is so hard to do, but I've noticed like I stick with it. If I can't do every single rep, I don't. I do what I can. My hips and lower back and pelvis at the end are sore, but what a major, it's just an eye-opener to me why I need to do this and why I need to strengthen this part of my body. I try to add in the pelvic Pilates 3 to 4 times a week. I'll typically do it either when I do the Pilates, like right after, or I'll save it for like later on in the evening. They're usually like 10 to 12 minutes long, so it's really not that long at all, but it's a big impact for a short period of time. Haven't been doing it long enough to tell you if I have seen a big difference in those other areas. I will tell you that, like I said, it is libido and pelvic Pilates. I will tell you that the first part of that, I think, was rectified with a hysterectomy and massive weight loss. Like I don't struggle with having a healthy libido. But I will let you know about the pelvic floor part because this is new. So I'll keep you posted on, what benefits I'm seeing from that. The other app that I use is Body, BODI, formerly known as Beachbody. This is something Danny and I purchased last year. It was like right around Christmas. That they had like a deal, you know what I mean, to get started, like with the start of the new year. And I love their GLP-1 series. It is low impact, high benefit, if you will. Danny likes like the P90X and those types of workouts, but I like the GLP-1 workouts. Those are pretty much the only ones I do. They have plenty of other ones. I've done like the Brazilian butt lift and stuff, but I really, really like the GLP-1 workouts. They have arm days, leg days, full body days, cardio days. Like, it's really, really good. I especially like the upper body and lower body. Those ones I do 2 to 3 times a week when I'm doing my strength training. When I'm doing just regular strength training, that is one of the ones that I rotate for sure. The other one, and the nice thing about the Body app is you can access it from your phone, you can access it from a computer. So when, we're away, I can still access those workouts and still get a good workout in. But I can also play it on my TV, which is what I do when I'm home. They literally have like hundreds of different workouts. So if you don't know what you're doing or you're looking for something specific, that is a great way to get going and find the things that you might like and try all different ones. So much variety, so many great things to try. And the last one that I have recently added and have been loving is the Apple Fitness Plus app. I love this. There is so many benefits to this. It's $9.99 a month, I believe, and I think it's worth every penny. It connects instantly to your rings. So when you're doing the workout, it shows your rings on the screen so you can see like how you're doing. I love the trainers. They are, ethnically different. They are, just personality wise different. There's just so much variety. So you're not seeing like the same type of trainer all the time. That's one thing I will say with the Body app. I feel like I'm seeing a very similar person or body most of the time, where on the Fitness Plus app, I'm seeing everything. The woman that I love, let me tell you who it is. So the woman that I love, her name is Sam, and she does a lot of strength with Sam, and they're like 10 to 30 minute long videos. She is so fun. Number one, that woman is fit, okay? She is fit. But she's not skinny. Like, that woman is strong, and I'm here for it. She has a great attitude. She's super upbeat. I love all her tattoos. She does a lot of sign language in her videos. She speaks Spanish in her videos. Like, it's very, very fun, and it feels very inclusive, and I like that. You can pick your workout based on music. You can connect your own Apple Music to it and listen to that if you want to. If you don't want to listen to the music that they have great music options though. I've been super impressed with them, and I love, 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 love their strength training workouts. They are so wonderful, and there was one the other day where I was doing jump squats. I haven't done a jump squat maybe ever. I don't jump. Like, that is not a thing for me. My legs cannot handle it. I've always been so heavy, like my knees couldn't handle it, but Sam had me doing jump squats, and I felt so good. And she's just so encouraging. And the way that she counts your reps, she does it in a way that's like, okay, it's your last one, make it count. Or are these feeling good? How can you push yourself, And then she'll give you ideas of, lean back into your heels, or stretch a little harder, or squat a little deeper. She's just so motivating. Thoroughly enjoy. This has probably been one of my absolute favorite additions. So the Pilates and the Apple Plus have been my new faves, and I am living for them. They make me feel motivated, feel like I'm getting a fantastic workout, and I love them. So those are all the workouts that I do. It's a lot of talking, but I just kind of wanted to break it down for you. How I structure my week, I would say right now is a little bit all over the place because of summer, but I am looking to get into a regular workout routine when we're back into school. So everybody starts school in a couple of weeks, and we're gonna have normal routine again. And I am looking forward to this day is leg day, this day is arm day, this day, that type of thing, because I need to just find a way to be more consistent. What I am consistent with is moving my body every single day. I am highly motivated by closing my rings on my watch. That really gets me going. I really want to see that. I try to set goals for myself. I told Danny when everybody's back in school, my goal is going to be to close all 3 rings 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. That's going to be my goal. But my tips for staying consistent are: make it convenient, find things that are easy to do, that you literally just put on your shoes and do them. Don't make it so convoluted and hard that you're not gonna wanna do it. You know what I mean? That's why I don't go to a gym. I like the idea of a gym, but the idea of having to get dressed and leave my house and find parking, and do I gotta get there early enough? I like classes. Am I gonna be able to, you know, keep up? Do I know where the equipment is? Like, there are so many things that were preventing me from doing the gym. I had to keep it convenient, and working out at home is the best way for me to do that. Just like having that bike in my room, it is convenient. I see it all the time, and I'm like, get on that bike. My second tip is keep a big variety so you don't get bored. If you're like me and if you do one thing for too long, you're gonna lose interest. Have a variety, have things that you rotate. Sometimes I don't even touch, you know, walking for a couple of weeks, and I only am focused on riding the bike and Pilates, where there's other times where I'm switching it up every day. But having that variety allows for you to have that flexibility, and it's gonna keep you motivated. My tip number 3 is to find a fun way to track your progress. For me, it's like my strength. How long can I do a plank without before I'm winded, or being able to do a jump squat? You know what I mean? Like, find fun ways that you can track your progress that are gonna keep you motivated. That might look like the scale. It's not always the scale. Sometimes it's clothes, sometimes it's abilities, sometimes, you know, things that you can actually do. Just find a fun way to track your progress. Like I said, my rings are a big, huge motivator for me. So if having a calendar that you know, put a pink star in every time you work out and seeing that at the end of the month, like whatever is going to motivate you, all those things motivate me. I am so extrinsically motivated, it's unreal. Tip number 4 is give yourself grace and celebrate wins. Always celebrate every win. If you didn't end up working out that day, don't stress. There's always another day. Always another day. You didn't burn as many calories as you hoped you would in that workout, not a problem. You can make it up later. Just give yourself the grace you need. If you start doing an exercise and you're like, this is so incredibly hard, pause. Find a way to modify it. Go back and do it again later. Like, just do what you need to do, and you will see that strength increase over time. So that's all of my tips for you, all the things that I'm currently doing. I would love to hear what you guys are doing for exercise or what workout routines you're loving. You can leave those down in the comment section below. I know that I read those comments, tons of other viewers read those comments. They're very helpful. And I wanna leave you with just a little bit of encouragement to try a new workout this week. If that looks like a new walking path, if that looks like, you know, I don't know, trying an app or a YouTube video, like just try something different and see if you like it, because you'll never know if you never try it, right? The other thing I forgot to mention is that I always, every single day, I do 100 squats. I break them up into 25. I try to do them all like back to back to back, but I do 25 traditional squats, 25 like half squat, where you go like, you don't come all the way up, like you just kind of bounce. So it really works your quads. And then I do 25 sumo squats, which is where your feet are pointed out and your legs are nice and wide. So you're working your inner thighs. We're gonna wait for the lawnmower. And then I go back and do another 25 traditional squats, and I try to go as deep as I can, work in those glutes as much as I can. But I've seen a massive improvement in my glutes and my leg strength, and I love the feeling I get from doing all those squats. That's gonna do it for this video, you guys. I know it's different. Let me know if you've made it this far in the video. I want you to give me a muscle emoji because I think you guys are rock stars, and I know so many of you out there are trying to improve your health every day like I am. And as a woman in my 40s, I recently read that starting weight training in your 40s can have the same exact benefits as if you started weight training in your 20s. So, so good for your heart. It's so good for your longevity. No matter what your weight, move your body. It's the only way that you're going to reach those long-term health goals that you want to reach. Even if you're like me and on a GLP-1, you have to move your body. That is not a magic wand. It is not going to just melt fat. You have to move your body. So, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I am ready to go put on my workout clothes, and that's my other tip. Get some cute workout clothes. That'll make you want to do it more. Maybe that's just me, but it does help me want to work out. So I'm gonna go put on my workout clothes. I'm gonna go get in a good sweat, and I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you're subscribed. Have a great day. See you later.